So, lads, today we got to see the Indiana Fever practice somewhere. In a gym, I have no idea where. Look, I have no idea where they're practicing. But. The Indiana Fever are practicing. And there's one thing that a couple of people have noticed. I got sent this from by a couple of DMs on Twitter. So if you guys haven't seen, Caitlin Clark, she's in shorts. She's Navy team. Ariel Power is a definite bench player, not Navy team. At the same time, Shea Petty's a bench player. I don't know. A lot of people are saying, like, look at the color t-shirt that Caitlin Clark is wearing. And I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be completely honest. This isn't Christy Sides era where we could tell who was starting based on what color jersey they wore in practice. That was Christy Sides era of basketball. Let's be real. It was the Christy Sides era. You were able to do that. You were able to get away with guessing who the players were. I'm guessing who was playing where based on what they're wearing. That's not really going to happen. It's not really going to happen for this season because you guys can see, obviously, when it comes to these players, Chloe Bibby and Shea Petty are wearing the same color. But there is still a positive here. There's still a positive, and it's the fact that she's practicing. She's there in practice. She's taking part in everything. She's there, and she's traveling with the team so that she can work out with the team. Like, if she was just waiting, like, if she was still fully rehabbing and in full rehab, she would just be staying in Indiana, just like with all the other injured players. She would be staying in Indiana, and she would have trainers in Indiana, and she'd be working out. She would just be working out in Indiana. And that's if she completely was on the side of, like, okay, she's shutting it down for the year. Or she's still completely rehabbing. She is close. Caitlin is really, really close to coming back. Caitlin practiced. And again, like, look, I don't think... okay, yeah, here. Look at Caitlin's shirt color. That's another post. 350 likes. Let's look at some of the replies from the CC Report account. Shout out to the CC Report. And again, shout out to all the Caitlin Clark aggregation pages. This person, as far as I'm aware, absolutely despises me, but shout out to them, all of them. Shout out to all of them, because at the end of the day, look, these pages do aggregate a lot of information around Caitlin Clark, and there's a hell of a lot of Caitlin Clark fans. And also, serious help when it comes to a lot of us on YouTube. Remember the days watching these videos? I mean, we all did. We all found out that Alyssa Smith wasn't starting in the playoffs. Like, what's her name? Christine Brennan's like, oh, everybody needs to, no, well, they were told not to talk about Alyssa Smith not starting, but every single person knew just because of the footage and the jerseys they were wearing. It was hilarious. But with Caitlin Clark being there and being around, I'm not going to say she's going to come back, and I don't think there should be an expectation as she comes back. I don't think there should be any expectation as she comes back. She's not coming back tomorrow. Let's be honest, she's not coming back tomorrow. I don't think she should come back for the Mercury game. I still think she should maybe try to practice a couple of times and try and get back for the Sky game. Because obviously they play tomorrow, and then they play last game against the Lynx. It is what it is. Their last game isn't actually the last day of games. It's not the Lynx last game. It's a little bit annoying. Their last game is against the Lynx, and then they face off against the Mystics a little before that, and 2 days before that, they face the Sky. But I would assume that she's not going to play. He'll play Tuesday night. I don't think her first game is going to be a 10 p.m. Eastern time game. So if she's not going to play tomorrow, I think we can expect her to be back for that Sky game. But Caitlin is close to being back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, she's there practicing with the team. She's there around the team. She's there I don't know how much practice she's taking part in. We don't know. It's much more closed shop than last year, and rightfully so. We used to be able to tell who was coming into the starting lineup last year. We used to be able to tell when a player was getting benched. Like, that's an objective bad thing. Like, there's a bit too much access is what we probably had last year, because we were able to tell all of that because it was very obvious what Christy Sides was doing. But at the end of the day, it is a situation where Caitlin obviously being in gear, ready to practice, she's close, and I think we're gonna see Caitlin Clark back. We are, barring another setback, as in another bone bruise to the ankle, as in a completely different injury that puts her out, I think we see her back. Like, I absolutely think we see, well, not see her back. Barring another injury, she's almost certainly going to be back for the Indiana Fever. And I think the Indiana Fever, if they win tomorrow, they're going to be in the 7 or 6 game. And I don't think it really matters whether you face the Dream or the Aces. I think if you're the Fever, you'd rather face the Dream. You'd rather stay in that 6 spot. Like, that's really where you want to be. And the reason why you want to stay in that 6 spot is because I think the Fever fully believe they can beat the Dream just because of their pace. And the Atlanta don't have that much of a home court advantage. They don't. Whatever about the court, it's a small crowd and they're going to be loud and they're going to be quite pro-Fever. So I think, well, they could be quite pro-Fever depending on the way the season tickets are. I think it's going to be a lot of Fever fans at that game. And there's also a possibility that Atlanta in the playoffs move it to a bigger venue to get some extra money. If they move that game to a bigger venue, it's going to be almost all Fever fans. So it's going to be an interesting one. It could be a case where there's no home court realistically because they won't be playing in their weird gym. That's all, the only way I can describe it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That is pretty much it. So we are seeing Caitlin getting closer and closer. We're not seeing practice footage, but you just know she would not be on a road trip. She'd be not doing this. She wouldn't be around the team in this way if there was no chance of her coming back. I think a lot of people don't want her to come back because anyone who thinks, oh, we don't want her to come back because we don't want her to get injured even more. It is at worst a grade 1 groin strain. It mightn't even be a grade 1 groin strain. Her career is not going to end because of coming back too early from a groin strain. If she gets hurt coming back now, she's going to be hurt because of something completely. She's going to be hurt in a completely different way, and I don't think she moves fast enough to have a crazy injury. And if she has a really bad injury, I don't think in general that it's related to this. So yeah, look, she's coming back. Anyway, I'll see you guys.